Just look at how much he loves Kana. He gave up everything for her. The audience is weeping. It's so romantic. It's so heroic. Aqua loves her with all his heart. He keeps his distance to protect her. When the time comes, he always beats for her. Nonsense. Don't be fooled by Sparkle. This isn't a love story. This isn't about a hero protecting a friend. It's about a man who has decided that everything, even his mother's dignity, is for sale. He abandoned the principles he had fought for. Inch by inch, he had become the very thing he hated. He had failed I. He felt no regret. He can't feel anymore. Consider Kana. In episode 30, we see the real her. The secret of Ai's life was the most secret thing to him. He understood its significance better than anyone, and he put a price tag on it. Deal. What hurt Kana the most was that she had never asked to be saved this way. She's an idol. She's an actress. She loves acting. As Oscar Wilde put it, what's real life is so often a life that one does not lead. She was ready. She was standing on her own feet and prepared to live with the consequences of her choice. She didn't want to be a sweet and innocent idol. She wanted to be herself. Aqua knew this. He saw her strengths. Being an idol is a torture for someone like her. He chose to ignore it. Why? Because a director doesn't care if an actor is strong. They only care that the scene goes according to the script. By saving her, he crushed her as an individual. He turned her survival into a debt she can never repay. He is ruthless. He asked Ruby as if her words would make any differences. Sacrificing the dead for the living is not heroic. Aqua is deformed. It's a sign of his destructive nature. In filmmaking, anything goes for the sake of a shot. Nothing is forbidden. Directors will break hearts, lie to actors, and manipulate emotions to put together what they want. Aqua has applied his mindset to his life. He treats the people he loves like actors. He sees his mother's life like screen. And how dare he call it maturity? He didn't treat I for Kana. He has traded his capacity for grief for the capacity for manipulation. I think he sold his soul to devil, but there's nothing to sell. The bridge, the bouquet, the stranger. It's a breathtaking deja vu of Ai's murder and Akane's suicide. The audience gasps as Aqua catches Akane from behind. Jesus Christ, he saved her again. This is destiny. It was not destiny, just a notification on a smartphone. It is the moment we realize that Aqua is fundamentally broken. You might be wondering how Akane found the father when the genius Aqua failed for years. Me too. It's simple. Aqua is a technician. He looks for fingerprints, DNA, and paper trail. He treats a mystery as if it were a disease to be diagnosed. But Akane is a monster of empathy. You fall in love with Akane for a slender, charming body, but you should be afraid of her soul. She doesn't sing her way to the truth. She becomes the truth. By mimicking I, she didn't just find a name. She found a frequency. Aqua missed it because he was looking for a man. Akane found him because she looked for a soul. Then there is GPS tracker. Aqua thinks this is smart, it's a protector, it's a necessary evil. In reality, it couldn't be more insulting. By bugging her, they declare that Akane is not a partner. It's a rat in slab. This is evidence that Aqua is a dummy. A real mastermind could have let her, distract her, or join her. Instead, he treated her like a piece of equipment. He lied and called it for her benefit. Guys, it's never for your benefit when someone tells you that. Akane nailed it. This is proof you don't see me as a human being. She saw through it all. She saw Aqua's true nature. It doesn't matter whether he's a mind of a 40-year-old doctor or a 50-year-old lawyer. Aqua is a Frankenstein in disguise, a patchwork of rotten soul and young body. Like the monster in Shelley's novel, he looks at himself with abhorrence.
I look on the hands which executed the deed. I think on the heart in which the imagination of it was conceived, and long for the moment when these hands will meet my eyes, when that imagination will haunt my thoughts no more.
Aqua is warped by the conflict between his 40-year-old soul and his 17-year-old hormones, and here is the greatness of Akane. He was a freak, and she still wanted to go to hell with him. She offered him her soul, and Aqua looked at her as though she was rubbish. He's a great actor, but at that moment, he decided this woman wasn't even worth his acting. He has a right to revenge, of course. However, he rejected her for a different reason. As Alfred Adler said, it is easier to fight for one's principles than to live up to them. In that moment, Akane realized that she couldn't save him. She was smart enough to see through his facade. She was also smart enough to know that he was drowning by choice. Aqua isn't trapped in a cage. He's a cage. For most, revenge is a burden. For Aqua, it gives him a clear destination. It's the only thing that makes his 40-year-old soul feel alive. Eat the breakfast, find the father, make him pay. It's easier said than done. So what? The more challenging it is, the more rewarding it will be. This is the curse of knowledge. In Ghost in the Shell, Major Kusanagi struggled with the ghost being trapped in the shell. Aqua's ghost is a 40-year-old man who has seen so many deaths. He cut open bodies without a blink. As a professional doctor, he has experienced things we can't imagine. No matter how bloody or disgusting human bodies may be, it is nothing compared to the soul's. His shell is a 17-year-old boy. His hormones scream for the very things his brain tells him are illusions. He reminds me of Diana from the network. Unlike Diana, he has real-life experience. She learned everything from TV shows. Like Diana, most of them are still fictions. It's too much for his 17-year-old body to handle.
The only reality she knows comes to her over the TV set. She's very carefully devised a number of scenarios for all of us to play, like the movie of the week. Your television incarnate Diana, indifferent to suffering, insensitive to joy. All of life is reduced to the common rubble of banality. War, murder, death all the same to you as bottles of beer. And the daily business of life is a corrupt comedy.
Aqua shared his own reality into segments. He doesn't have a girlfriend. Akane was just a co-star. He doesn't have a mother. He has a backstory. He's madness. And everything he touches dies with him. He's Travis from Taxi Driver, God's lonely man. He walks through the neon fields of Idlewild, looking at the trash, the producers, the liars, the exploiters. He believes that he alone can wash the blood off the streets. Travis was a delusional veteran. Aqua is a delusional doctor. He thinks he's performing surgery on the industry. In reality, he's just self-mutilating. Why does he reject Akane? Why does he push away the only person who truly understands him? Because Akane represents the unbearable lightness of reality. Reality is heavy. It is messy and unpredictable. It requires vulnerability. For someone who has spent 2 lifetimes living in fiction, reality is basically a nightmare. Aqua has watched too many movies. He has read too many scripts. He is emotionally disabled. He treats his life like a 12-episode arc. In the script, the hero doesn't get the girl and live happily ever after halfway through the second act. He goes through the final battle. He dies because, in the tragedy, death is the only imperfect ending. Aqua stays in the cage because it's familiar. As Satoshi Kon showed us in Paranoia Agent, when the reality of your life becomes too difficult, you create a shining bat, a phantom to strike you down and give you an excuse to be a victim. For Aqua, his father is his shonen bat. He needs his father to be a monster. If his father is just a pathetic man, then his entire existence, his 2 lives, his sacrifices, his coldness, is meaningless. He's twisted. He's deformed. He must be cursed. Or he must face the fact he is a curse. He died after bugging Akane. Now he's just waiting for it to take effect. And the most chilling part, we watch him suffer. We analyze his smart moves, and we wait for the climax. We know too much and feel too little. We read too much and write too little. We think too much and act too little. We love too much and like too little. We imagine too much and live too little. We are all Aqua.